terrible trouble to get her to go out and potty in the yard because she was terrified of grass and of crickets. And she did crazy things like jump up onto the counter and eat all the English muffins. And one time she opened a package of black beans and scattered them all over the carpet. One time she chewed through the seatbelt in my car and it went inside the wall, and I had to pay like $200 or $300, which was a lot of money for me at the time, especially, to get that repaired. And one of our adventures that we had while she was still in that puppy stage is I had taken my car to the car wash, and had left her in it, and she thought I was playing when I was spraying the water at the window, and she jumped up at the window, and her foot happened to hit the lock on the car door, because at that point they didn't have locks on the side of the car. They were little things that stuck up, and her paw hit that and shoved it down, and my keys were inside the car just sitting in the ignition. The car wasn't on, but she had locked herself in the car and me out of the car at the car wash. And so that was long before the day of cell phones, but fortunately I was in the same area as my workplace, and I was able to go down to my workplace and call the police, because at that time occasionally the police would open your door for you. They had this little stick that they could slide in through the window seal and open it for you, and they wouldn't have done it normally, but the policeman came out and he saw the dog in there by herself, and apparently she looked sympathetic and she loved people, so she was wagging at him and smiling and doing her puppy thing. And it wasn't because of me that he felt sorry for her, it was for the dog. And so that was how I got locked out of the car by my dog at the car wash. But we did get back in and drove home and went on with our day. The end.